Chinese spy Wang Liqiang alleges Beijing ordered overseas murders, including in Australia.
Here's a summary of the article.
A man claiming to have worked as a secret Chinese operative for 5 years says Beijing has directed overseas assassinations, including on Australian soil. Government sources have confirmed to the ABC Wang Liqiang has detailed the sensational allegations as he seeks political asylum. 9 newspapers have reported Mr. Wang is in hiding in Sydney after recently providing a sworn statement to Australia's domestic spy agency ASIO outlining Beijing's covert operations. According to 9 newspapers, Mr. Wang has provided new details about the kidnapping of 5 booksellers who specialized in works critical of Chinese leaders based in Hong Kong, starting in 2015, and their rendition to mainland China. According to the reports, Mr. Wang is seeking political asylum and remains in an undisclosed location in Sydney on a tourist visa. Mr. Wang told 9 newspapers the Chinese Communist Party infiltrates all countries in areas such as military, business and culture, in order to achieve its goal. Responding to the news of Mr. Wang's reported asylum claim on Twitter, former Chinese diplomat Chen Yonglin said Mr. Wang would not be safe in Australia.
This post received a score of 33,232, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than responding to the news of Mr. Wang's reported asylum claim on Twitter, former Chinese diplomat Chen Yonglin said Mr. Wang would not be safe in Australia. Comments like this would seem to support his claim.
He defected to Australia in 2005. Well, it's common knowledge many paid murders are happening right now the world nowadays. Epstein is the most prominent. But everywhere, people are training up to be master assassins. It's a well-known career path.
Greater than it's a well-known career path. You make it sound like people regularly choose between marine biology and assassin studies when they go to college.
You're going to want the double major.
Yeah, marine bio as the passion, assassination as the hustle.
Specialization in underwater assassinations.
Only have to take cleanup to the 200 level, nice perk for the less detail-oriented government pawn.
Government prawn.
I hope the Causeway Books disappearances get some light shined on them. Apparently this guy has more information on the whole ordeal.
Care to explain more about this? Genuinely curious.
Causeway Books is an anti-CCP bookstore in Hong Kong. Bunch of staff and the owner slowly vanish over time, no record of them leaving the country at all, but suddenly they are in mainland China confessing to crimes or being held indefinitely. This spy says he knows there was a team of Chinese agents that orchestrated it all.
Well, that should definitely be brought to the forefront of things in the news. That is just so completely messed up. I really hope this guy gets to tell his story. Sadly enough, he will probably Jeffrey Epstein himself.
This is 13 years after the end of World War II, 5 years after they couldn't prevent the US from completely flattening NK after they were heavily involved in starting a war between NK and the rest of the world, and they were like, yeah, that America shit sucks, let's hillbilly foundry our way into the modern world. They killed tens of millions of Chinese people over the course of 4 years, and they basically never admitted a mistake. Probably thousands of civilians were killed by the government for peacefully protesting, and the government said ruffians started a riot, a few hundred people died, and thousands of soldiers were injured. Then they invaded Tibet and abducted a child because of his status as the second most important lama behind the Dalai Lama, the Panchen Lama. They made a 6-year-old a fucking political prisoner and he's still a state asset.
Greater than they killed tens of millions of Chinese people over the course of 4 years, and they basically never admitted a mistake. Dude. The famine was so bad that cannibalism was widespread. Stories of families trading small children so they wouldn't have to murder their own kin for stew.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.